Hello and welcome back to Tommy's Top Shelf Comics. I'm Tommy, joined by Murphy.
Hello.
We're back with this week's top 5 comics for the week of November 1st, 2023. They were last week's comics, but now it's next week, which is this week. Last week's next week.
I guess we should start though with it. Happy Halloween.
Oh yeah,
Technically.
this comes out on Halloween, so Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Spooky season is not over though yet.
No, it just started. Tomorrow's the day. Today is the day. Today is the day. But kicking off spooky season right. Well, we've been in spooky season, but kicking off Halloween right. Blood Commandment, number 1.
So living an isolated
Image
life in a
number 1.
Oh, it is. It is an image number 1. Oh, I missed it.
It's okay.
Oh,
I got you.
Thank you. You have to have my back on that one. Living an isolated life in a shadowed valley surrounded by mountains and a thick forest, a father and son are terrorized by a dangerous supernatural presence. Only the father's dark secrets can save them, or damn their souls for all eternity. Being a single father can be tough, but for Ezra Connolly, it's a duty he doesn't take lightly. Living off-grid, away from prying eyes, in the heart of forest country, he spends his days teaching his son Will survival skills. But Will has questions Ezra fears to answer, about his past and about why they never leave the valley before sundown. A 4-issue horror miniseries from the creator of the breakout hit series Something Epic and the artist of Spawn and Punisher, Simon Kudransky serves us a story about survival, sacrifice, and hope. This one sounds pretty intense.
Yeah. And you look at
I always love a good, father-son style apocalypse story.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you see the variant cover exclusively.
Oh, look at that. What is it? The
Last of Us
PlayStation one,
mm-hmm.
The Last of Us. No, I'm always down for something like this. I just love those parts of these stories where like the young person's like, why would we ever be like this? And then something terrible immediately happens.
Exactly. But moving on to our number 4 this week, we got Canary, Scott Snyder. So this is coming out in print, but issue 6 in digital is coming out as well. So this is over on Comixology, but in print, it's Dark Horse. In 1891, a mine collapsed into itself. What was the substance found 666 feet underground? Blending modern horror, historical fact, and Western lore, Scott Snyder and Dan Panosian have created a uniquely terrifying thriller with Canary. During the final days of the gold rush, one mining company in Colorado pulled up radioactive uranium, and then the mine collapsed in on itself. Legends sprung up about the mine being cursed or even haunted. Now the frontier is closed, the gold and silver mines have dried up, the country is becoming civilized, and yet in one stretch of the Rocky Mountains, a terrifying new kind of violence is suddenly emerging. Random killings, people going mad and murdering neighbors, classmates without real cause. When a schoolboy kills his teacher with a hatchet, a famous federal marshal named Azrael William Holt is called in to investigate the killings. What he and a brilliant young geologist discover is stranger and more horrifying than anything they could have imagined. Collects the Comixology series in print for the first time.
Yeah, so it seems like this is multiple issues. I think it's 1 and 2.
Okay. Of the digital
it's
version.
56 pages.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, what an 1891 federal lawman name.
Right?
Azrael William Holt. that is
it's pretty good.
That just screams old lawman.
Yeah, it really does.
All these are so good. I've considered just getting Comixology so I can catch up on all of Snyder's stuff because it feels like there's almost too many to read.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And if he's releasing 2 issues at a time, in print.
But they're all like
I
short
mean,
stories too. They're not all. I don't think they're all ongoings. Some of them are.
no, I
miniseries.
mean, We Have Demons was
Yeah.
3, Barnstormers was 5 or 6, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
so they're
there's one with Francis
relatively.
Maniple with the
Oh,
cyberpunk
was
looking
that
thing.
the? Oh, Clear.
Clear. That's it.
Yeah, that was 3. That was 3 as well. Yeah, so I mean, it's really not that long.
No.
But I mean, it's a good way to get a lot of stories out. That's for sure.
Absolutely. But moving on to our number 3 this week. We got Batman, Catwoman, the Gotham War, Scorched Earth number 1.
So Gotham War ends here. The final chapter of this epic crossover is here, and Batman and his family must find a way to overcome the endgame of an ancient enemy. Can the Bat and the Cat set their differences aside? Is this the end of the Bat family? Lives change forever in this action-packed conclusion. So probably not forever.
Probably not forever.
It'll
probably get shaken up.
But this event actually took a turn I didn't expect. I know you're not up, so I won't spoil it for you on here. But it did take a relatively wild turn that I didn't see coming, so I'm excited to see what happens. Plus, It's going to set up all the characters now. Like, it got Batman to like one of those places where who knows what's going to happen next.
Interesting. Interesting. Does it involve Jason Todd?
Yeah. Okay. Well, it involves all of them.
Okay.
But yeah, Jason Todd's a big part of this one.
Cool.
So I'm excited to see the end of it, though.
Awesome. Cool. Well, moving on to our number 2 this week, we have Ultimate Universe number 1. The spoils of victory. After the world-shaking conclusion of Ultimate Invasion, a new team of heroes bands together to save the future. From mastermind Jonathan Hickman and superstar artist Stefano Caselli, don't miss out on this fundamental issue for the new line of Ultimate Comics.
It's back. Won't start pulling Ultimate Comics. It's back. How long's it been? Like 7 years, 8 years since it went away? What, it was like Secret Wars?
Longer than that.
2015, right? It was like the actual end. But either way, I mean, it's Hickman, so I'm definitely gonna. I mean, as soon as I read that he's the writer on the Ultimate Spider-Man, I was like, all right, I guess here we are.
2015. Again.
Yeah, so 2015 to now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is one of those ones, like, gotta read it. It's Hickman.
Oh, of
it's
course.
The Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
But, like, I can't start pulling Ultimate Comics. Like,
there's going to be a crap ton. There's going to be.
I know, and like I know I'm going to end up pulling a couple of them. Like as soon as I saw that it's Hickman writing Spider-Man, I was like, all right, it's over.
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely going to pull that.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like Hickman's world building, so having him at the forefront of this is very exciting.
Oh yeah, and I mean we already know what the Ultimate Universe can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they went to some crazy places that people never would have, imagined before the initial run.
Right. So, and now have Hickman do it.
Yeah, now let Hickman do whatever he wants.
Very cool.
Who was kind of the architect behind the first one? I mean, was that... I know Bendis was obviously a big part of it.
Mm-hmm. Ellis and Miller.
Yeah. That's right, Ellis.
Yeah. That guy.
But no, it's Ultimate Universe. Yeah. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. But not to be outdone, we also have a very exciting number 1. Spider-Boy, number 1. He gets his own book.
Spider-Boy, number 1. And it's officially the real return of Dan Slott now. Secrets of Spider-Boy revealed. Spinning out of the pages of Dan Slott and Mark Bagley's monumental Spider-Man run, here comes the spectacular Spider-Boy. After the events of the end of the Spider-Verse, Spider-Boy's secret history as Spider-Man's sidekick was nearly forgotten forever. But now those mysteries will be revealed while they embark on exciting new adventures together. I really am interested to see how they managed to just write this kid in.
Right? They're just like, oh yeah, this part of the history that we forgot to talk about.
Like somehow Dan Slott was just like, screw it. He's been here the whole time. Like,
yeah. What are you talking about?
Like, what a brilliant way to introduce a character is just be like, he's been here the whole time, and then talk about it 6 months later.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
No, so this is officially the return of Dan Slott, though, to a Spider title. Now, granted, it's not Amazing Spider-Man, but I'm sure that he's going to have Peter Parker in it all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
Both Peter and Miles. But I'm super pumped. This character is huge right now. I'm interested to see where they go with it.
Yeah.
And there's a John Tyler Christopher variant.
Of course there is. Yeah, there always will be.
Oh, there's so many variants. Look at that. But yeah, no, this one I'm super pumped for. And Mark Bagley art. It's just gonna be great. Oh man, there's so many variants though.
There's some good ones though. There are. I don't know. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to this.
I actually like that. I like that Scotty Young one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the negative space.
Oh, of course. You have to. Yeah. Cool. Well, anything else before this week's comics or last week's comics and next week's comics or this week's comics?
Nope. I finished Spider-Man 2 just today.
Damn. Okay.
I got finished. It was great. I was leisurely compared to other people. It took me like a week and a half. People have been texting me for days like, "Oh, I beat it," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm still far behind." But no, it was a fantastic story. It's real dark. It's really what you're looking for from a Craven and Venom story. So,
awesome.
If you got a PS5, go play it.
Nope. I'll play it when it comes on PC. Cool. All right. Well, until this week's comics or last week's comics and next week's comics or this week's comics, we'll catch you guys later.
Have a good one.